Royalty. Royalty. Royalty is my version of the game of life. I played it to this point upgraded. Royalty is my version of the game of life. I played it to this point upgraded. Royalty is naturally me, myself and I. As far as I can see, I'm royalty. It's naturally me, myself and I. As far as I can see, I'm royalty. Not gold, silver, money, or material wealth, but knowledge of self is royalty. Not gold, silver, money, or material wealth, but knowledge of self is royalty. In my experience today is I take responsibility for all that I create, I'm royalty. My experience today is I take responsibility for all that I create, yes, royalty. Because I see how the machine slave matrix serves my needs in the now, I'm royalty. Because I see how the machine slave matrix serves my needs in the now, royalty is acceptance of all that is, I know, flows like a waterfall, yes, royalty. It's acceptance of all that is, I know, flows like a waterfall, royalty. And here's a toast to those who's a reflection of me, knowing that you're royalty, yes, royalty. Here's a toast to those who's a reflection of me, knowing that you're royalty, put your glass up. Because you're royalty. How about your glass up? How about your glass up? Come on. Because you're royalty. Royalty.
Alright, man. Dope. I've been jamming these lately. Let's talk Optimism Xen though, because you're gonna want to stick around. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get straight into this one. Look at this. It is up 14% at the time of this recording. Listen, it's not just Optimism Xen. Ethereum Xen is also up. And if you look at ETH Xen, you would know that for the past 7 days, look at the chart. 73% up for the past 7 days. For the past month alone, it seemed like it bottomed out at these levels. I think 6 zeros and a 3 or something to that nature. To this, almost 100% up over the past month. Xen is doing this now, the Infiniment supply token. That's how powerful it is. So, today we're gonna talk OpZen because a lot of people are missing out on this one, in my humble opinion. So if you look at these, let's just click here. You can clearly see that the max term is like 503 days at the moment. AMP dropped from 300 to now 131 days left, which means July 14th, July 15th this year, the AMP would drop down to 0. And that's it. That's the supply right there. And if you look at the liquid supply right now, it's 4.3 trillion tokens. And the total then staked out of that is 2 trillion. You can look at the total supply, which is 6.3 trillion tokens. This is a very, very scarce. I think OpZen, out of Xen on all these 13 chains, this is the one Xen that is super scarce. Now, the idea is to show people what Ethereum Xen is going to look like 7 years from now, because it's already been a year, almost a year and a half that Xen has launched on ETH and these other chains. So 7 years from now, what Ethereum is supposed to look like, this is what they are planning to show you, at least try to show you with OpZen, by dropping the AMP from 3,000 days to 300 days. And out of that 300 days, 131 days are left at the time of this recording. So if you're not minting Optimism, I don't know what you're doing, bro. I don't even got much of these, but I got like 2 wallets. This is just one of them. But as you can see, you know, I'm making about $10-15 a day pretty much on Optimism Xen. See, right now I just got another $6 worth of mint I'm claiming. I've got 2 of them coming out every single day, which amounts to like over 100 million tokens on a daily basis, which is dope. I'm also minting, but let's go ahead and claim this right here, 135 million OpZen, and it's currently worth like $6. So the other wallet has like $10 worth coming out of this. So around $16 per day I'm making on Optimism Xen. Not selling that. I'm just accumulating to see where that takes me. So every now and then I'll take profit when the price pumps a little bit, but you know, these days it doesn't happen often. So I'm just accumulating to see the anticipation of X1, the hype and anticipation behind the auctions, because I think for stuff like Optimism Xen, those auctions will be a vital moment when it comes to these things, but that's gonna go epic. Imagine people are burning their tokens with Ethereum Xen and all these other Xens, and then they find out, man, I don't even got much Optimism Xen. So the first 33 days of the auctions, think about how much Optimism Xen could be wiped off of the supply, and that is what people are not thinking about. This could easily drop down to like, imagine 1 trillion in terms of circulating supply dropping down from 6.3 trillion to like 1.3 trillion, or even 900 billion tokens. It's possible because people are burning for X1, the X1 token. I've been helping, you know, just run my validator with the test nets and whatnot. Things are going fine at the moment, which is dope. But yeah, man, if you're looking at burning some tokens, there's so many. That's the cool thing about X1, bro. There's so many entry points. Some people are planning to mine Xen blocks and stake them to earn some Xen tokens. Some people are doing it by dbxen. Some people are doing it by holding VNPX and whatnot. So the allocations are going to be a long-term thing. I don't think this is going to be an overnight thing, because there's so many things that Jack his team has rolled out. So it's going to take time. It's going to take so many ways, entry points to X1. So like the Xenians say, all roads lead to X1. And that's how powerful X1 is. Now, where do I see the price of Optimism Xen going in the future? Right now, we are at 7 zeros and a 4. I think if these burns accelerate themselves, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about after the halving, and hopefully by that time X1 launches. If it launches and the hype behind it and the anticipation and the FOMO, everything kicks in, I see a significant amount of OpZen burning, and it'll make a statement. So 4 zeros and a 1, 4 zeros and a 2 is possible for Optimism Xen. Meaning, right now we're at 7 zeros and a 4. Optimism Xen could easily eat 3 zeros, but it has to happen within auctions, within some heavy amount of burning. And that is the key for OpZen. But one thing is my biggest worry though. Somebody asked me the other day, why do you always say Ethereum Xen for the win instead of Optimism Xen? I said, well, because Optimism Xen is on a layer 2, and this is just an experiment, this amp here. Several times people have come over here and they try to mint 128 VMUs, and you'll get that long orange line. Yeah, that could be problematic. We don't know what's going to happen when the amp drop to 0. Nobody knows. So Optimism Xen also has its own problems. It's not just all sweet. The only advantage it has over Ethereum is this right here, this behavior. You see these gas fees? It was just 135 before I started the video, and now it's back down to 62. So heavy gas fees and fluctuating makes Ethereum Xen unattractive to the layman and the regular folks. And even for those who are forced to market buy it, they are gonna be met with some heavy gas fees. That's why people don't hold much ETH Xen. It's going up significantly, which is dope, but we're hoping that the gas fees drop so that Xenians could start minting it again and, you know, claiming it at some wins. instead of claiming at a loss. Some people are not even looking at their mints when it comes to ETH, that's why I've been playing with OpZen, because I like OpZen better. It's cheaper, it's on a second layer, and it's the same Ethereum that you're using on ETH that you're using on Optimism. That's why I like this one. It's the same ETH, bro. There you have it, same Ethereum. Now let's move on to the market, because you guys have seen what's been happening. Told y'all we're gonna slow down when we hit 60, and we are in the early 60s right now. I think by the time we hit 65 or something, if we ever get there, you might see a pullback, and that is what is happening. Ethereum on its way up to $4,000, which is dope. BNB at $400, man, come on. But here's my BNB FUD. You know, I'm always bullish on BNB, but here's my BNB FUD. This month, March, I think, or beginning of April, is CZ's trial. If he gets convicted and they're going to be taking him to jail or put the ankle bracelet to him, like what they did to Arthur Hayes. If that's going to happen, then expect some heavy volatility on the Binance side. That's it. That could be a problem. But right now, BNB is holding up. Third largest chain besides Ethereum. Solana's catching up as well. Shout out to Solana. And yeah, look at Cardano. Number 8, still lingering there. The people's chain. No VC funding, no private funding, no none of that. Just people's chain. 72% decentralized. Cardano, stake pool operators run it. That's why I'm betting on some of them ones, right? AVAX, they have a big push. They're selling their blockchain, and pretty much I think the BlackRock guys might play with this one. So yeah, I still got some AVAX. Tron is trying to come back, but you know, Justin Sunbow, like, if he's really serious, he can bring this back. If he's not, I don't know, man. Shiba Inu, look at that. 13. Last time I made a SHIB video, we was at 18 or 19th. Look, SHIB is climbing up, and I told y'all by the end of this year, SHIB could eat 2 or 3 zeros. Look at what's happening. It just ate a 0. We was at 5 zeros and an 8, 9, 9. Now it's at 4 zeros and a 2. That's how powerful this thing is. And Ryoshi Kusama, whatever his name is, the Shiba Inu founder, one of the lead devs, he's out there talking about some massive burns coming in a massive scale. Think about these guys do what the Zen guys are trying to do with the 333 auctions. If you're doing that on a massive scale, Shiba Inu applies it, bruh. Forget 2 or 3 zeros. We might approach that penny. That's why I'm telling people, long term, forget Bitcoin. Leave it to the institutions. You can always get some Bitcoin using these alts because they are riskier plays. They give you higher rewards though. So bet on them. They all have use cases now. There's no more shitcoin. I hate this term shitcoin because it's bullshit. It's rubbish. People who telling you shitcoin is garbage. Any of these coins that you calling shitcoin have some kind of use case and utility now built on top of it. Even Shiba Inu has a whole blockchain now, Shibarium, cheapest transactions ever. So think about that. Tron has use case. Avalanche has major use case. They're striking partnerships with these institutions. Even Dogecoin is coming up with a use case. If Elon decides to turn it into a currency one day and it becomes the number 1 currency on X, it's possible. You know, Cardano, use case. They have their own chains standing. Solana, major use case with their partnerships and whatnot. Binance Smart Chain, don't even get me started. The BNB token has utility. That's why it's still standing here. Now they're trying to kill off the blockchain because they want to get rid of CZ. If they do, expect some heavy volatility with BNB. But it has use case. Ethereum has use case. So this is just to the Bitcoin maxis to stop calling everything else shitcoins, because if it wasn't for these altcoins, your old Bitcoin blockchain would have died a long time ago. If it wasn't for ordinals, Bitcoin would have died. Ordinals, they saved BTC, bro. Made it fun again. Now people want to accumulate Satoshis now, you know, because they want to play with all this. They want to buy sats. They want to do all this. They getting the Unisats ready for the bull market. See what I'm saying? I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.